Morning. Thank you, Senator Whitehouse. Sheldon, I was actually just talking to Sandra, who said this is Sheldon's favorite day of the year. And with good reason, because you are our leader and also the nation's leader on this issue. And when you talk about getting rid of Scott Pruitt, that didn't just happen. Thanks to Senator Whitehouse and his team that happened. So please join me in again thanking and recognizing the Senator. You guys must be the power couple of the world as it relates to oceans and climate change, meeting the challenges. I also want to recognize my very close friend and someone who I've admired for a long time, Senator Jack Reed, who never misses a chance to fight for Rhode Island on this issue and so many others. Thank you, Jack. Senator Magaziner, who is here, and I also think Senator Don Moyer has joined us. We were together yesterday, actually, signing some great legislation for women's health and making sure that we protect women's access to health care. She's here again, has been a great leader on issues of the environment. So thank you, Dawn, for coming all the way from Newport. And Janet Coyne, who just walked in, who is a superstar on CBS, and Grover and CRMC. Thank you. So I will be very brief. I want to thank Senator Whitehouse for inviting me and including me. We had a great time last year on the panel, and today he said, Gina, say a few words and keep it to about a minute. So let's see if I can do that. We're very lucky to live in the Ocean State, and I feel luckier and luckier every day that I live in a state where our elected officials and our advocates and our community values the environment. You know, we care about it. This is serious stuff for us. Our air quality, our water quality, our oceans, our bay. You know, we're not the ocean state for nothing, and we need to fight now more than ever to meet the challenges of climate change, to make sure we are resilient, to make sure our oceans and bay are clean. And I want to thank every single person here. If you're local, I want to thank you for what you're doing here, because Rhode Island stands out in America as a leader. And if you're here today from out of town, I hope you feel the energy and commitment that we here in Rhode Island have to these issues. I will say, when I became governor, I issued a directive that we were going to, a goal that we were going to hit 1,000 megawatts of clean energy by 2020. And that's a big deal. That would be a 10 times increase in clean energy in our system. And when I did that a couple years ago, it wasn't clear that we'd be able to make that happen, but I figured, set an ambitious goal and let's see if we can get there. I can say with confidence, as I stand here today, July of 2018, it's going to happen. We are well on our way. And in large part, because of what Senator Whitehouse just said, the offshore wind effort that we have. And huge thank you to my team and to CRMC and everybody for making that happen. The new wind farm will bring us 70% of the way to our goal of 1,000 megawatts. We will be, I believe, the first state to having 40% of our energy be renewable. And I think, you know, that is a big deal. Anyone from the commercial fishing industry who may be here, we are going to keep you at the table the whole way through to make sure that your industry thrives and can coexist while we keep the pedal to the metal moving towards offshore wind. You have my commitment on that. We can achieve both goals, and we will achieve both goals. I also want to give you a little preview of something I'm excited about. Next week, we will be releasing our Clean Jobs Report, and I'll give you a sneak peek at what that is going to look like. It's going to show that our clean energy workforce has grown over 70% in the past 3 years. That is a big deal. We have thousands and thousands of people working. So, you know, not only are we saving and preserving a planet for our kids, but we're creating a lot of good jobs doing it. So the full report will be out next week, but it's a 70% increase in 3 years. And then finally, this week is a big week. I signed an executive order saying that we in Rhode Island are going to move the needle towards getting away from single-use plastics. We need to eliminate plastics pollution, and we need to go beyond just plastic bag bans, although that, that's a big piece of it. But look, the reality is this: 70–80% of the pollution in our ocean is plastic. It is much more than plastic bags, and we have to stop it at the source. And so we're committed to it. I've done an executive order. We're going to have a working group. We're going to get this done. And I will say this: I want the ocean state to be a leader in cleaning our ocean, and I want to be the first state in America that has a proactive, responsible, robust, bold plan to eliminate single-use plastics and cut down on the pollution that it causes. And my hope is that we'll get it done here and other states will follow our lead. So to all of you who have already helped to make that, get us here, thank you. And to those of you in the audience who I'm going to tap to be on this working group, thank you in advance for volunteering. Anyway.